Shalom. Infinite praise, glory, and honor be unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. Peace and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, the men that taught us this truth, that rule well in truth and doctrine. Shalom to the elect. So going into this current event, breaking news, waking up today, a lot of people were surprised to see what's going on. All right. I just got finished watching the brother Bakwara Moff's video, and he was going into the movie Leave the World Behind. You know, it can happen in an instant. It can happen overnight. And it doesn't take much. You know, this whole society is built on a very delicate house of cards. And house of cards is not hard to break down. All right, a house of cards is easily broken down. All right, so, you know, all it takes is a slight breeze and it could fall. So, as you can see here, Microsoft outage disrupts global IT, airlines ground flights, CrowdStrike blames a defect, right? It was a content update for Windows and it was a defect in it. So they got blue error screens popping up across the US and beyond. You know, whether this was just an actual mistake or this was purposeful, at the end of the day, prophecy is being fulfilled. Okay, widespread. Okay, can't get gas at certain places. Healthcare out of order. All right, people have to cancel appointments. Okay, so you see how, and this is where your oligarchs, you know, the Klaus Schwabs of the world, the elites, this is the world that they want you to be in. All they got to do is flip a switch, and you being completely reliant on a digital system, all right, is going to backfire, you know, and they know that, and they know that that's the way, you know, it's in the guise of convenience, it's in the guise of helping you, but at the end of the day, lead you to be more dependent on them. So let's go ahead and grab this. And 2 Corinthians 2:11, it says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. You see, so we're not ignorant of his devices. We're not ignorant of what he's doing. We're not ignorant of his agenda. Okay. Another one, Ephesians 6 and 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. You see, so, you know, stand against the wiles of the devil, his trickery, his cunning. Okay, and this whole system being reliant on a couple programs, and one thing goes wrong, you know, with these operating systems, before you know it, people are dying, and companies are losing billions of dollars. All right, so we know the time that we're in. All right, we are aware of the time that we're in, so we have to be strong in the Lord. Matthew 16:1. The Pharisees also with the Sadducees came, and tempting desired him that he would shew them a sign from heaven. He answered and said unto them, when it is evening, ye say it will be fair weather, for the sky is red, and in the morning it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the signs of the times? Right, so this is the Lord saying that basically, you know, people are able to look and tell the weather, you know, whether it's going to be a sunny day, whether it's going to be a cloudy day, whether it's going to be, you know, whether it's going to be, you know, a storm coming or whatever. But yet, looking around them, they can't tell the signs of the times. And this is one of those many signs of the coming of our Lord Yahweh Shai. Okay, and it's beautiful because it's always great to see these people, you know, in their confused state, not knowing what's going on, all right, being attached to this system, because we want all those that put their trust in this system to be destroyed. We want all those that put their trust in the enemy system, all right, of our people, you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, to be destroyed and confounded. And when things like this happen, it disrupts their understanding. All right, because, and I'm not going to sit here and say I'm no expert on, IT systems. And that goes for most of our people. I would say most people in general are not really experts when it comes to these things, but they know and understand that they are reliant on getting to a bank and being able to take out money or use a bank card, going to the gas station to get gas. All right. Everything is reliant on these systems. Okay. So they trusted in this world. Okay. Matter of fact, before I grab this, I want to grab Isaiah. Okay. Isaiah 30 and verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me. Yeah, the counsel that they're taking is of the world. It's Esau's counsel, voting for Trump. You got a lot of niggas popping up now talking about Trump is a gangster. Trump got a hood pass, which they used to say that about Bill Clinton, but this is the first Republican that they kind of talking like that. And it's not hard to impress Jake. All you got to do is get shot at, which goes to show how simple niggas really are. All right. Being shot at is nothing to glory in, but somehow Jake glorifies that, man. All right. But it says, woe to the rebellious children, saith Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. You see, so they're not taking of this knowledge. They're not covering with this covering, because this knowledge is likened unto a covering, a garment. All right. What do? Second verse, that walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Right. So they trust in Egypt. Okay. They trust in Pharaoh. All right. And modern day Pharaoh in Egypt is America, Babylon the Great. All right. And its president, which another thing, breaking news, things are happening quickly, man. And this, like the Spirit was on brothers to say last Saturday, expect fireworks to be set off in the time leading up to this election, man, and going into the end of the year. This is a pivotal point in American history, in global history. This is a pivotal point, man. All right. But again, your president, Biden, he got so confounded in that last debate that even high-level Democrats around him were telling him to step down, and we're hearing word that he may step down. Now take it with a grain of salt, because it could just be a false report, but it makes sense, and we see that he may step down by this weekend, allegedly, because they said if he had a health issue, and then miraculously, or conveniently, I should say, he popped up with the CV. So we'll see what happens. But the point being, our people trust in this. All right. Our people trust in Trump. They trust in Biden. Some are either way. All right. Some of them, even if they don't like Biden or Trump, they trust in the system regardless. So that's why it says, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust of the shadow of Egypt your confusion. Right. So again, it's a beautiful thing to see those of our people that trust in this system, that trust in America, and when things go upside down, to see the look on their faces, man. All right, because the trust in the shadow of Egypt is going to be their confusion. All right, and is not this place also known as Babylon the Great? Okay, which Babal means what? Confusion. Okay, so when these things happen, when these systems fail, okay, things are about to get real spooky out here, man. Ecclesiastes 12 and 1. Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. And those days are coming quickly. So that's why the charge that's been given to us is to preach this word and to fish for the elect out there. All right. To fish for the hopeful elect out there in the days of their youth. All right. Because the Lord wants us to serve in our youth. Even our apostles, they came in as young men. All right. Back in the days, just as we came in. All right. I came in around like my mid-20s. All right. And I'm in my 30s now. So, The water Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. But the point being, and even 30, is pretty young. Jake don't crack. Yeah, what the fuck? Oh, this is like some kind of ad. I guess I got clicked on. Yeah, so the point being, we got to seek the Lord in the days of our youth, because times like this are coming. All right, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. All right, which is likened unto the knowledge and the wisdom of this world being withdrawn. Okay, in the time of trouble. Okay, leading up to those missiles dropping. Okay, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble. So now the keepers of the house shall tremble. The financial, the people who are in the Senate, the congressmen, the government officials, the financial people, the economic counselors, and all these type of people, they are trembling. Okay, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. Right, so yeah, the grinders cease. Okay, this is an example of the grinding ceasing, because a lot of places it's not, you can the operation can't function without certain technology. A lot of these businesses, they will, even before this happened, you go to certain places, like there's one spot that I go for juices sometimes, and I went there and they had an issue with this tablet, and they have like a restaurant system where they tabulate their finances and their expenses, and also charge people to purchase things. And it shut down, and they couldn't, they had to either take cash or they just couldn't operate. You see, so it shows you how delicate all of this really is, man, when it comes down to it. All right, but that's the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, will quickly arrive in there, and the doors shall be shut in the streets. It reminded me of Leave the World Behind, A Quiet Place, Day One. These different movies all show in this predicted programming of what's going to happen. And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Right, the voice of the bird, the rooster in the morning. Now you have your alarm clock, but the point being that the grinding is going to be low. Okay, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. And that's how Jake wrote the Bible, man, because look how they describe work as grinding. And that's not what we say nowadays. You on the grind. So you see what's going on. Okay, so, and the daughters of music brought low. The music quality is absolutely piss poor, man. Can't, man, we got to hear this garbage. Sometimes it's inevitable. Going to certain establishments, they got Ice Spice playing, which is absolute trash, man. This bitch has a song saying that she's not the shit or something like that, or you ain't even the shit, you the fart. I mean, come on now. That's got to be the all-time low worst song of all time. And there's quite a few of those out there right now. You see, but this society, the culture is played out. Speaking to brothers recently, we were speaking on how they're recycling a lot of old things, because the ideas are, the well has run dry, when it comes to creativity and new ideas. So they just regurgitate and recycle old shit with a modern spin on it. You see, everything is played out, everything is stale, and that's a sign that this place is just about ready to go. There's nothing left. This place had its time. The 90s, the 2000s was the height of black culture, you could say, right? And it's just been a precipitous decline ever since. It's just been going lower and lower and lower to the point where we're at now. Okay, so we welcome an IT outage. We welcome the internet being shut down altogether. All right. And, there's going to come a time where you're going to have to pay for access to certain websites, potentially. We'll see how it plays out. But these things are all accelerating very rapidly, man. And before I close out, I had brought up 2nd Ezra 9. I'm just going to grab a few precepts from there and we can close this out. But 2nd Ezra 9 and 7, it says, And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. You see, and that's dealing with the elect, those that have been given the gift of faith. All right, they're going to be able to escape by faith and by works, because faith without works is dead, as we know. All right, so we're going to be preserved from these perils. That's why we embrace it. You know, we embrace the time of Jacob's trouble. We get excited seeing these things, you know. Things that would trouble other people excite us. So that shows you that we're not of the world. You see, so we want to see that salvation. We want to enter back into our land. We want to receive the new bodies. All right, we want to have dominion. Okay, these are all things that we desire in righteousness. We want righteousness to be established, most importantly, and for the Lord's name, Yahweh B'Ashem Yahushua, to be glorified. All right, so these spirits have been sanctified for the Lord from the beginning. That means they've been set apart as holy unto the Lord. All right, that's the first fruits. All right, the elect, they shall be in, then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torment. So there you have it. All right, so you have those now that they're going to be in pitiful case, having abused the Lord's ways, having not taken heed. Okay, and I want to I have the King James, not the King James, not the KJV. I have the GNT, and I have the Apocrypha in it. So I want to actually pull that up. Let me see if I can grab it real quick. You know, that GNT be hitting heavy. So we're just gonna get straight to that point. And I think this has second Ezra. It should have second Ezra. Let me see. This one might not have it actually, which is interesting. Let me see. I do have another one with the GNT, but let me see. It might be. Sometimes they don't place it. Yeah, okay, so it's in here. They just didn't place it where it usually is in the beginning of the Apocrypha. It's more towards the end. All right, here we go. So second Ezra, the 9th chapter. All right, getting straight to the point. All right, second Ezra, the 9th chapter. And where are we at? The 9th verse. Actually, I'll read all the verses from the 7th verse in the GNT. It says, 2nd Ezra 9-7 GNT. Some people will escape destruction and be saved by their good works or by their faith, which really is both. All right, all of them will survive the dangers I have described and will enjoy the salvation provided in the land that I have set apart from eternity as my own. Then those who have ignored, okay,